Let's begin with number 7. NSAIDs. You know them, ibuprofen, naproxenac. They're everywhere, over the counter, easy to buy. We use them for headaches, arthritis, back pain. They seem harmless. But here's the truth. They raise blood pressure. They make your body retain fluid. They damage your kidneys. And they overload your heart. Think of your heart as an old but noble engine. Every time you take these pills long term, it's like pouring sand into that engine. At first, it still runs. But one day, it seizes. Take Mercedes, 70 years old. She took ibuprofen daily for her knees. One night, she landed in the ER, swollen ankles, sky-high blood pressure, struggling to breathe. Not because of old age, because of ibuprofen. Warning signs, swollen feet or ankles. Fatigue when walking short distances. Blood pressure that won't come down. There are safer alternatives. Physiotherapy, heat packs, supervised natural supplements. But remember, never stop or change medication without your doctor. And brace yourself, because number 6 is even more dangerous, especially if you have diabetes. Medication number 6, thiazolidinedonose, pioglitazone, rosiglitazone. Asterisk next. Diabetes drugs called thiazolidinedonose, rosiglitazone, once celebrated as breakthroughs. Today we know they come with a heavy cost. Fluid retention, heart failure, swollen ankles and belly. Take Enrique, 69. He came to me saying, "Doctor, I keep gaining weight even though I barely eat. But it wasn't fat, it was water. Liters of it trapped in his body because of pioglitazone. His heart was like a man rowing a boat as the river floods higher and higher, until he can no longer push forward." Today we have safer alternatives. SGLT2 inhibitors, GLP-1 agonists. Modern medications that lower blood sugar and protect the heart. So let me ask you, are you still taking the same diabetes medication you took 15 years ago? If yes, it's time for a serious conversation with your doctor. And now, medication number 5. A drug millions take simply because they want to sleep better. Medication number 5. Sleeping pills and sedatives. Zolpidem. Diazepam * insomnia is one of the most common complaints after 60. So millions take zolpidem, diazepam, or alprazolam. At first they feel like a miracle. But behind that peaceful night lies a hidden danger. They slow your breathing. They disturb your heart rhythm. They increase risk of falls and confusion. And worst of all, they create dependency. Your body rests, but your heart suffocates quietly, night after night. Marta, 76, started with just one pill to sleep. Months later, she was in the ER with irregular heartbeat and a broken hip from a fall. Warning signs: morning dizziness, frequent falls, irregular palpitations. Safer alternatives? Sleep hygiene, consistent routines, supervised melatonin. Sleep is vital, but not at the cost of your heart. And that brings us to number 4. A medication prescribed for depression, but with a dark hidden history. Medication number 4. Tricyclic antidepressants, amitriptyline, nortriptyline. * depression is real, and it must be treated. But older drugs like amitriptyline and nortriptyline interfere with the heart's electrical system, cause dangerous arrhythmias, increase risk of sudden cardiac events. Teresa, 68, came to me saying my heart skips beats at night. She wasn't imagining it. It was her antidepressant. Think of your heart as a grand piano. Every beat a perfect note. Tricyclic antidepressants are like cutting random strings inside that piano. Suddenly, the melody turns into chaos. Warning signs: irregular pulse, dizziness, fainting spells. Today, we have safer options. SSR is therapy, lifestyle programs. The point isn't to avoid treatment. The point is, don't trade your mental health for your heart's safety. And now number 3. A drug you might take for something as simple as a stuffy nose. Medication number 3. Decongestants, pseudoephedrine, phenylephrine, * a cold, a flu. And what do we reach for? Decongestants, Pseudoephedrine, phenylephrine, so common. But here's the problem. They spike your blood pressure. They race your heart. They can trigger dangerous arrhythmias. Anna, 63, took pseudoephedrine before a flight. Halfway in the air, her heart went into atrial fibrillation. Not bad luck. A cold pill. Think of your heart as an old car going downhill. These drugs are like slamming the accelerator. At first it speeds up, then it loses control. Warning signs: sudden palpitations, rapid blood pressure rise. Chest discomfort after cold medicine, safer alternatives. Saline rinses, hydration, rest. And listen closely, because we are entering the top 2. The most dangerous, the most common. The ones hiding in plain sight. Medication number 2. Proton pump inhibitors, omeprazole, pantoprazole, stomach pain. Acid reflux. Millions of people take omeprazole or pantoprazole for years. But here's what no one tells you. They strip your body of magnesium and vitamin B12. They weaken your bones. And they set the stage for dangerous arrhythmias. Carlos, 72, had been on omeprazole for over a decade. One day, he collapsed from a regular heartbeat, not from his heart condition. From a silent nutrient deficiency caused by his acid pill. It's like removing bricks from a wall one by one. At first it looks strong, until the day it collapses. Warning signs: fatigue, weakness, muscle cramps, fragile bones. So let me ask you, how many years have you been taking omeprazole and now? The one you've been waiting for? The number 1 most dangerous medication for the aging heart. Medication number 1, calcium channel blockers, verapamil, diltiazem. Asterisk number 1. The most common. The most prescribed. And the most dangerous if left unchecked. Calcium channel blockers, verapamil, diltiazem, they slow your heart, sometimes too much. They can cause extremely low heart rate, fainting, fluid retention. Louis, 75, came to me with fatigue so deep he could barely stand. His pulse? 38 beats per minute. His heart wasn't sick, his medication was strangling it. Think of your heart as a symphony, every beat a note. These drugs can turn the music so quiet that one day it simply stops. Warning signs: pulse below 50, dizziness, extreme fatigue. These drugs are not bad. But in older adults without proper monitoring, they can turn deadly. I think that's why this sits at number 1. Asterisk. Let's recap the 7 silent enemies. 7 NSAIDs. 6 diabetes drugs, pioglitazone. 5 sleeping pills. 4 tricyclic antidepressants. 3 decongestants. 2 proton pump inhibitors. 1 calcium channel blockers. Each one is common. Each one is legal. Each one can be deadly if ignored, but knowledge is power. Now you know what to watch for. Now you know the questions to ask your doctor. Asterisk, your heart has been with you since the very first moment of your life. It beats when you laugh. It beats when you cry. It beats even when you sleep. Don't let it be silenced by hidden enemies. I'm Dr. Addison, and my mission is to help you not just live longer, but to live better. Subscribe to Symphony of Health. Share this video with someone you love. And never forget, your heart is the most perfect music you'll ever hear, the music of life itself.